Okay, so first thing is, okay, no new face. Well, Jericho, you're not a new face, but a new face to this meeting.
That's right. Hello.
Do you have any like context that you want to share in terms of are you going to participate going forward? What or is there just
I'm generally participating, but I'm not sure I'm participating in like Node.js specific stuff. It's more about helping the multi-arch effort move forward.
okay? Okay,
But if you need help with Node.js, you can let me know. I mean,
yeah,
if we're all working towards the same goal, that's fine.
yeah. No, okay. So no, it's good. Just it's good to have a little bit of context there. So I guess that takes us into the strategic part, which is the multi-arch discussion. I don't know, Costas, if there's updates we're sharing or
Yeah, I mean, I wanted also to tell Jericho because he told me he's working on the same thing, I think. So we wanted also to touch base.
Yeah.
So on the Node engine, there are some dependencies. I don't know if you have seen that, Jericho.
Let me open it up and take a look while you're talking. Go ahead.
I mean, I can share my screen. I've never done that on the Zoom, by the way, so it will take me a while.
Okay, yeah, I see the dependencies. I don't see Arch listed here.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So the arcs will be added. So if there is one pull request from Ralph, and he has added the arts. So what I'm trying to patch on Jam is to be able to read the arts, and based on that, Jam CLI to create the two different .cnb files that the one will have the dependencies for the one arc and the other will have the dependence for the other arc, etc. I don't know if that was clear enough.
Yep, looks good to me. I mean, it sounds clear to me. Yep. I'm looking at the pull request right now. The part I guess I really care about is adding Arch. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can keep going if you had more you wanted to say.
No, just that. So after Jam has run, you have the ability to create two type of files, the .tgz and the .cnbs, if I recall correctly. So, I mean, the last time that I tested it, I managed to make it run for the .cnb files. For the .dgz, I don't know what is needed, but I will take a look and see if I can patch it.
So what I found, I don't know how far you've gotten along, but like what I found is that Jam drops that Arch field when you do a Jam package. Well, I'm sorry. Let me look at this.
Yes, it drops it.
Yes.
So I've also added this, if I remember well. Let me see.
Do you already have a pull request into Packet? You said you had something you were doing.
No, but I haven't any pull request because I want to go through the whole workflow locally and see that I'm able to, that I have covered all the cases that the scripts are trying to support for the multi-arc. And also there might be some changes on the Jam CLI for updating the metadata dependencies based on the architecture and etc. So that's why I haven't opened the PR yet. So, I mean, if you go on the pull request that Ralph has opened, you will see that he has added some new metadata dependencies. And these dependencies has to be updated from the workflows based on the Jam CLI functionality.
I guess Costa, so if Jericho wanted, you could share that patch with him in terms of fixing up Jam not to drop the arch field at least.
Yeah, yes. Of course. Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah, I mean this looks fine. I'm working on something similar for C Python. And it's because like we internally at Rapid7 we clone all the Paketo repos and then we build the samples. Sorry, we clone all the repos, then we build multi-arch versions of everything. And then we test all the samples, and we were getting a failure on C Python because the arch field gets dropped when it tries to download the Python, like interpreter.
Yes.
So anyhow, yeah, I'm working on something similar, and it looks like you're a little bit further along than I am, though. So we may end up just collaborating and
Yes, of course, of course, of course. That would
doing the
be.
same thing with Node.js. And it doesn't matter which build pack we get it to work on first. My goal is to get one.
Yeah.
And then once we can get that done, we can just move on.
Yeah.
I will say that I have been kind of thinking about trying to get, I have been thinking about trying to get, Jam to use like libpack. But when I looked at libpack briefly, it looked like libpack doesn't handle things like builders and stacks, or at least maybe I'm missing something there. So it seemed like we need to keep using Packet for now and just make Packet work.
Yes, I mean, you mean for the testing on the build packs,
Yes.
or yeah, yeah, but yeah, how to package, for example, the build pack during the testing phase, right?
Yes.
So yes, because Ocam behind the scenes probably uses Jam, if I remember well.
Yeah, we've
And
definitely had to make some changes, like in a couple different things, and I think Jam was one of them.
so you might want to create this. But this is
Yeah.
also this is a more general conversation if we want to use libpack instead of Jam, right? This is
Yeah. But I guess what I'm saying is I think for now it makes sense to just keep using Packet and Jam and
yes.
get it all working. That's what I was trying to say. Um, and there was something else, but it slipped my mind now. Um, oh yeah, and I had to update Sift.
Yes, I pinged Johan. Yes, because Packet has the 2.17 version, right?
Yes, that's right.
So you can not upgrade it because Shift has some kind of dependencies. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I pinged Johannes Dillman, and
Mhm.
he's working on a pull request to upgrade Packet on Jam to the latest version.
Okay. I actually have it already done.
Oh,
Uh,
okay,
so
that's good.
I started looking at this because I was blocked on something, so I didn't know what the status was. So I'm glad we're talking about it because I'm trying to minimize work. Um, and so I have actually everything working in Packet. The problem is now I have to make a change to image util upstream. This is in the CNB image util repo.
Oh, okay, I
I
don't
don't know
know
if you
that.
guys have ever worked in that repo yet.
No, not
That's fine.
much.
So I mean, like I have worked in that, so I'm familiar with it. I have it. I have the like I have the changes working, but the unit tests are failing, so I need to figure out what the problem is. And then once that's done, I can do a pull request into image util. Then I can do a pull request into pack, so they can start using the new version of image util, and then we
Hmm.
can update packet, Occam, whatever. Like basically everything in Paketo depends on these upstream things from the Buildpack CNB project. So uh, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want me to post something some in a channel or contact Johannes. Is it Johannes? I can't remember how to say it.
Johannes Dillman. Yes,
Okay, yeah, Johannes. If you want me to let him know, I'm trying to avoid duplicating work, so
yes,
so
that
that we
would be
can all be
good.
productive here.
Yeah. Um. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
it Wouldn't it make sense just to open an issue if there isn't one already in the repo where the PR needs to go, and then, or open if you have the PR, open the PR and then mention them. Say, hey, I heard you were also looking at this or something like that.
I'm sure.
Uh,
Go ahead. You were going to say something, Costas?
no, I don't know how to. I can open PR of the work that I have done so far, but being a draft,
I meant more the like the update to the thing to specifically the thing to update SIF. Because it sounds
yes.
like Jericho, if you said you're pretty much done, if you just opened that PR and then told Janice, like commented on, like mentioned him there to say, hey, I heard you were working on this as well, but I already did it. Please take it. Please review my PR and help get it landed, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I can open an issue. I have so many things open right now. I'm trying to minimize the stuff I have to keep track of. I think what I'm going to do is just ping Johannes,
Yes.
and just let him know that I'm working on the same thing and I already have it.
He sent me this. I don't know if you can see the chat. He sent me this that he's currently working on. To upgrade packet in Jam. I'm not sure if this work is based on the image util right there.
No, it looks like stuff he's changed. No, some of the stuff looks familiar. I made some of these changes as well.
Okay, cool.
Image pull options. Yeah, I mean, some of this stuff looks like exactly the same stuff I've done.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny how we end up working on this stuff at the exact same time. It's crazy. All right, yeah, let me just ping him. I'll touch base with him. And if I need to get other people looped in, we'll start putting it in a channel. But since no one else is working on it other than him, right?
Yes, because I think he's from SAP, have this kind of impression, so I don't think that someone else is taking care of it right now.
And if it makes sense to open an issue, like Michael was saying, I'll definitely do that. I just quickly trying to avoid the extra work. So yeah.
Yeah. So do you have okay. I can send you offline what I'm doing on the branches that I have. I will push everything to see. And you can also send me what you have done and what you will try to achieve.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
I
to
haven't pushed, so I have some things pushed to remote branches, but some of it's just local because I wasn't sure it was going to work. So I haven't really pushed anything yet. I think for Packet and Jam,
yes.
but hopefully I can do that today. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, you have time. It's not super urgent.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you're we're looking on C Python, CY Python, C Python.
yeah, C Python. It's the same thing. Like basically, it's a build pack that has a dependency that has to be built.
Okay, okay.
So does the Node.js one get compiled with the lib dependency, libdep dependency?
Currently, don't believe. I think it's just an unzip.
Okay, I get it.
Like, because
You're
at one point
something else.
at one point it did like build it, but currently it just actually pulls the binaries. Like there's tarballs that are provided by the community that'll run across Linuxes, and it pulls and unzip those. Unless I'm remembering incorrectly.
Okay, yeah. Let me like the main. I guess the main difference between that, like C Python actually compiles it, but that happens. That's like a step beforehand. So I feel like that's probably the most complex build pack that we have. The rest of them, if they're just consuming, like runtimes or whatever, uh, that are pre-built, that makes it much easier. So maybe getting the Node.js one working first makes the most sense if you guys are already making good progress. And the pull request that Ralph has looks good. I actually pinged him directly and asked him if we could revert his change for the arch because it was breaking stuff, but he hasn't responded to me. So uh, it sounds like he's making good progress on this, and maybe we can just ignore that.
The PR to like, what was it breaking, like breaking in Node itself?
He had a pull request into Packet a while back that added the some logic
Yes,
for the arch.
Okay.
I changed it a little bit. That I've changed
Changed
it
it. Was
because
it? Oh,
you told me that you have to take the target arc from the CNB uh, CNB
environment variable.
CNB target arc environment variable, right? So this has to have priority.
Let's see. Yeah, you mentioned that. I think I need to look at the spec again. Um,
I mean, you told me. I mean, I also look at the spec, and that's my also conclusion.
cool. Yeah, I mean, if I told you, I've forgotten. I've
Yeah, I mean, of course. Anyway, okay, I will send you this stuff online, what I have done. I have managed to build an application with a multi-arc application on Node engine. And but I also had to change a little bit the PR and Node engine from Ralph. And my only concern is how do you the workflows will use Jam to update these dependencies. And anyway, that's it.
Okay, yeah. And when you say update these dependencies, are we talking about like just making Jam be aware that it needs to put stuff in like the Linux ARM64, Linux AMD64 directories, like that part?
Yes, for the build on the buildpack.toml, you want to have you have the same node version,
Mhm.
but for different architectures. So the workflow as far as I remember, it uses Jam to update these dependencies. So you want to say, for this architecture, update this. For this architecture, update this one. Because currently it only updates for the AMD. Actually, it will override everything. That's my suspicion. But
Okay.
and I
Cool.
don't think that's something else other than that. Yeah.
Go back to the agenda here. Make sure we cover everything. So I'm kind of like hijacking the meeting.
Yeah, okay. I will
Yeah, the
send you.
next thing is our typical issues review, but I did take a look and I don't see any new ones. The one I think that was worth mentioning is the one related to create package, which I think Costas, you were close to being. You'd made progress on that one. It says local create package broken by multi-arch, right? But I think you've made some.
Yes, I have finished with that.
Okay,
And instead, where is that? On the
that's
yeah.
issue 856 in npm install.
Oh yes, sorry, I forgot to close it.
Okay, so that one can just be closed. Okay.
Oh wait, it's from Ralph. Okay. It's a create package. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, no, this is we don't have to close that
Okay, that's a
because
different one.
it's something Ralph wants to with create package to package build pack.
Okay,
And it's not in that scope. The
okay,
failure was from the workflows.
okay, then
And
never mind. Yeah, I thought just because it had this sounded similar.
and now this is more complex because they have upgraded libpack and create package doesn't exist anymore. It exists in another kind of form, libpack tools. And as Jericho said, no, wait, sorry. So I'm not quite sure if you can create multi-arc applications with libpack tools. Actually, you can create build packs, might not be able to create builders. That's my understanding anyway. So we
Okay,
don't touch that.
Okay, so yeah, and when I generated like the new issues, I didn't see anything new to discuss. And then we just have open issues. So yeah, I don't think, Jericho, you need to worry in terms of,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just writing a message to Johannes before I forget. Oh, cool. Sorry. I just sent him a note before I forget. Right, let me go
Good.
back to agenda here. Yeah, then it was no other issues. Open mic. Yeah, are there any other efforts that maybe I should be aware of? I mean, it seems like this is basically the most important thing, this multi-arch stuff, but anything else anyone's working on so that I don't end up duplicating work?
I'm planning to create a multi-arc for the builders. So, because there's already an implementation, and I was surprised on the builder Java Tiny, there's already an implementation for multi-arc. So I was looking at it with a little bit of effort, I can apply it to all the repos to have at least more multi-arc. And in the future, we can see if we want multi-images, which is practically what the Noble Ubuntu Noble Builder wants to support, like having only one repo that will generate the tiny, the base, and the static builder. Sorry.
Yeah.
So my next step is to apply the multi-arc for the builder.
Okay, but in Noble we only have the build pack list builder right now, right? That's what I saw.
Yes, that's correct.
That's good. That's a good thing because
It's what
you
we use on the tests actually. So
right. But if you were to do, I mean, if you were to try to do a multi-arch builder and we don't have all the build packs multi-arch, then that wouldn't work. I don't think.
on the test for the builder does not. It's very minimal the testing that is happening on the builder, so we will not have any issue with that
Okay.
for the builder repo. For the build packs repositories, it's okay because when you pull the builder, you can specify which architecture you want, and this is usually determined based on the operating system that you're running on.
Mhm.
So I don't think that will it will be blocked somewhere.
Yeah, actually, like the way we use pack right now is we just build, we run the same command on different runners. We don't use runners, but same idea. One of them is ARM64, one is AMD64, and we don't give an arc. We don't say platform or target equals Linux, whatever. I assume that's what we're planning to do, so that if somebody's running on an ARM64 system and they run pack build and they use one of our builders, it should just do the right thing and not have to be told, I want to run on this architecture. Is that the plan?
This is user development experience. So let's say you want to run some tests and you are on Mac and you expect everything to run the ARM. Is this the
I
correct
think
behavior?
I think by default you want to do what Jericho described, but I think the specs and everything allow for the builders, like when you build, I think what Costa's saying is you could be on ARM and say, well, I want to build for x86.
Yes, but if that's the case, you should have to put a target, a
Sure,
platform.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Right.
Okay.
So I do agree the default should just be give me a builder, just build me an app that is for my one platform, right?
Yes.
And then if you want to specify additional arcs, then you could actually, I guess it does it builds an app which is a multi Yeah, ideally, it would build you a container which is multi-arch and has the ones you've specified.
Yes, but for the tests, what should be, let's say I hit /script/integration in my computer. What architecture should I test in that case? It's
I think you'd want to at least test the one you're running on.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's the only one you can really test. I mean,
Yes, practically it's the only one. I cannot run ARM in my AMD, right? I mean, I can, but I guess I have to.
Yeah, with Docker and the emulation. So like in our CI runs, we might want to run several, but
Yes, for the CI, definitely.
I do think like, for local, when you do it locally, you probably want it to be the easiest, which is like the one platform you are running on.
Yeah. So in that case, okay, I agree.
okay, cool. So I think we're all on the same page. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you make progress, or if you guys are doing things and you're, about to do pull requests and stuff, like I'd be interested in seeing. So if you feel free to keep me in the loop,
Yeah.
and that way I can help. I'm actually going to be working on this as like a priority because like we want to stop rebuilding Paketo build packs internally and repackaging them ourselves. Like we just want to have them be multi-arch upstream so that we don't have to do this extra work. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to try to help make that happen and contribute.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to join on the working group meetings. Last time I didn't join because I had something to do, but as many times I've joined, nobody's there. And I think in general, working group meetings are good for touching base, what is important or not, or if someone has done progress on something. And of course, I can ping you personally every time that I try something new.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I often have conflicts during the working group meetings,
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
which is a problem. But sometimes I join the one that's in the afternoon, but I think it's late for you.
No, it's okay. I mean, I've also joined the late ones, and most of the time nobody's there. So sometimes I was like, I have some other stuff to do, so I will not join.
Sounds good. All right. Well, yeah, maybe I'll just like post in, I don't know, some channel and just say, hey, I plan to join the working group meeting if anyone's joining. Maybe
Yes,
that.
yeah, I will also try to do that.
Okay, cool. I mean, I know that they do that in the CNB project upstream.
Okay.
In their Slack, they're like, I can't make it to the meeting or whatever. I'm actually going to join that meeting in 29 minutes.
Okay, cool.
So, okay, cool. So yeah, I think this was only scheduled for half an hour, so I don't want to drag it on. I don't know if you guys wanted to cover anything else.
If not, okay. Well, thanks for coming and thanks for the discussions, and we'll see everybody next time.
Sounds good.
Bye.
All right.